Hi, good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday. It's February 19th, 2025, and it's 8:17 a.m. here in Chicago. So I know everybody heard about the fight being canceled between Shakur and Kid Austin because Kid Austin canceled it. You know, he and his dad say he's sick, and I even saw photos of him in the hospital, being the reason, why the fight is canceled. Now, me personally, before I get into it, I don't like when boxers send out photos of them in the hospital or in crutches or with some type of bandage, either after a fight or when a fight is canceled. And I mean, even fighters that I support, even fighters that I totally believe, I don't know, there's something about those photos that I personally wouldn't do it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, and I'm not saying that means it's a lie, because again, even some of the boxers I really like have, released photos of them, showing some type of injury or in the hospital. I don't like when boxers do that. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with doing it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But I guess that's a matter of preference. But back to Kid Austin and his father's old lying ass. This is what ruined it for Kid Austin's father. I really got suspicious because I wasn't really following everything Kid Austin's father was saying leading up to this fight. When I really started to tune into him was when he got really mad in his feelings when he found out that Shakur was training with Porter. And to me, he got really paranoid. Like, really, Sean? Really? Like, what do you mean, really, Sean? To me, it was given, like, how dare Shakur prepare for this fight? He already has a strong advantage. How dare Shakur not give my son, Kid Austin, every single advantage possible? You have the audacity to train with Sean Porter. That's what it was given, And then, obviously, Kid Austin's dad feels as though Sean Porter is not only a similar style to his son, but better at it. Because he really took that as a real threat to the fight, So that's when I really started watching him. Because who gets upset and bold enough to get upset in public that your opponent is training with anybody? Shakur can train with whoever. It's none of your fucking business who he trains with. As long as he ain't training with no PEDs, that's the only thing you need to be concerned about. You can't get mad because Shakur is treating this fight with your son the same way he would treat a fight with Tank or Haney or hell, Muhammad Ali. He's treating every fight very, very seriously. You know what I mean? You can't get mad at that. So that's what raised my suspicion about Kid Austin's dad. So now they're getting dragged, and I think they deserve it. Because they gave too many, they left too many, footprints in the snow that they were going to do some shit like this, And I like Kid Austin, don't get me wrong, but he's a fucking know-it-all, He was the one that when his father, for some reason, thought he had to school us on Henry Armstrong, like we never heard of Henry Armstrong. Kid Austin, remember I told you, his father thought he needed to school us on Henry Armstrong, and Kid Austin said in his ear, they probably don't know about him. Like, little boy, if you don't go sit the fuck down. So he's not just that comment. He has said other comments. Kid Austin is a real little know-it-all. Have you guys noticed that, or is it just me? Like, even somebody asked Kid Austin one time, look, I'm holding everything against him now. Somebody had asked Kid Austin, why weren't you cutting off the ring? That's what they asked him. And he said with this really straight face and this really like know-it-all attitude that wasn't in the game plan. And he said it like it was normal. You know, to me, that's like saying using the jab wasn't in the game plan. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, why weren't you cutting off the ring? Oh, that wasn't in the game plan. Again, that's like saying using the jab wasn't in the game plan. Moving my head wasn't in the game plan. Why the fuck wasn't it in the game plan? You just didn't have an answer because you didn't do it correctly. And you already showed us that you think we're stupid. So that little boy thinks we're stupid. And he probably thinks we all think that Shakur hired somebody to go rub cream on him and run. You know? Like, get out of here. You were going to get your ass beat. Shakur was going to turn you into a fucking gray spot. And now you want to back out and you think, tell them anything, they'll fall for it. Fuck out of here. At first, I actually believed him. You know, pictures of the kid, poor kid, sitting in the hospital bed. But then I was like, nah. Now, I don't take issue with anyone who believes him. I really don't care. But it's a really bad look because his father was mad butthurt when Shakur was training with Sean Porter. And then he said all this other shit. Now all of a sudden, voila, the fight is canceled because his son is sick because Shakur paid some slickster, you know, to run past him and pretend to be falling on him. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay? And while he's doing it, or while she's doing it, she's rubbing cream on his back. I'm joking. I made that part up. But, like, and how you going to do Shakur like that? What you trying to say? Just because he's from Newark? You trying to say, like, why you got to imply just because he's from Newark, he got all kind of criminal shit up his sleeve? That ain't right. He was going to beat your ass like somebody from Brick City, though. You going to, listen, Kid Austin, you about to get fucked up. You were going to get your ass beat. So, think long and hard. Think long and hard before you try and, you know, get the fight rescheduled. Even though I don't think Shakur is going to give it to you, you know. And as far as comments, I only saw 2. So I can't act like I've seen a bunch of them. But as far as comments saying, well, Shakur needs to run it back with De Los Santos. Shakur needs to run it back with De Los Santos. Look, I'm going to get impatient the way Mayweather's father got impatient with Ruben Guerrero when Ruben Guerrero kept trying to act like his son had a chance against Floyd Mayweather. Remember when Floyd Sr. finally got impatient with Ruben Guerrero and said, listen, your son got his ass kicked and that's all there is to it. That was funny. Well, that's my thought on De Los Santos. Stop bringing up De Los Santos' name like he was some boogeyman for Shakur. The man had nothing. Yes, the fight was boring. Yes, Shakur could have been more aggressive. But De Los Santos had nothing. He didn't have shit then, and he don't have shit now. He couldn't do anything because he didn't have the intelligence to do it. Yes, it was a boring fight again. And yes, Shakur could have done more again. But your boy De Los Santos had nothing, and he's no better now. So stop acting like De Los Santos is some boogeyman that Shakur didn't want to see. Fuck out of here with that. Your boy lost because he got in the ring and didn't know what the fuck to do. End of story. We're tired of hearing about him. Get out of here. Now let's talk about Shakur versus maybe Keyshawn. I would love to see it. I know they're brothers, this and that and the other. And I love the bonding that is, you know, amongst Bud and Keyshawn and Shakur. I love it. I kind of wish Boots would be in on it too. I want Boots to be part of Bud's camp so bad, you guys. I know it ain't gonna happen. I even asked Bernie, salute to Bernie. I even asked Bernie about it one time. He answered me too. And he didn't throw no shade or nothing. You know, he just said sometimes, you know, people don't always mesh. You have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to listen, take direction. You know, he was saying things like that. But man, I would love for Boots to be in Bud's camp. I don't know why. I think Boots needs it. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Boots needs it. Like, imagine if Boots could, like, always train and spar with Bud and Keyshawn and Shakur. Are you crazy? That'll be madness. And no shade to Bozy, but, you know, Bozy can use a little bit of help. Why not, you know? And so back to Keyshawn versus Shakur. I love the bonding that is, you know, existent amongst Bud and Keyshawn and Shakur. I personally would like to see the fight. There's a little bad seed in me that would love to see their egos clash. Maybe one day, you know, at a interview, one of them says something that kind of implies they think they're better than the other one, and so the other one kind of might feel a way about it and respond. And next thing you know, they're going at it. And then next thing you know, they're saying, let's set up the fight then. I don't think it'll happen. Bud will probably say, nah, you brothers, don't do that. Even though they're not biological brothers. I would like to see the fight. But yeah, back to Kid Austin. Kid Austin, you were going to get your ass beat. He was going to nail in the coffin your ass. And now you're sending out photos of you in the hospital. And your father didn't make the situation any better. So you messed this one up. And Shakur, I'm hearing his replacement. A couple of people they're thinking about, you know, some Moroccan dude, I forgot his name, and some other dude who they said is pretty good. I think he's out of the UK, but don't quote me. We'll see. But anyway, have a good day, everyone.